Are you bad at Apex Legends, or are the teammates you have just bad at Apex Legends?
Behind that guy.
Well, that's not cool. I mean, they just stopped fighting and just 3-man-8 me. That's what they just hoped, but then I didn't realize.
Oh, cool.
Oh, look at him. Do you guys get on the fucking lifeline?
It's literally round 5. Oh, hell nah, bro. There's no shot. You
Who's
are.
the better healer? Well, I
This is
am.
crazy, bro.
He will survive to Zone 5, this guy, at least.
I've never seen it firsthand yet. This is my first time. That dude just cranked all that strat and then got a 55 LP for that.
Well, you see, here's the thing. Sometimes your wingman only hits for 0, and sometimes your teammates think they're playing Loot Simulator. We all now know how terrible the SBMM is in Apex Legends right now, especially with the ranked and pub system both using the exact same matchmaking system.
The first one of those is that the fact that the bonus points are really inconsistent. I mean, you could have 5 games in a row with exactly the same kills and placements against the same level enemies, and that could be exactly the same as your friends, yet they could earn more bonus points than you, or you could earn more bonus points than them, and it just doesn't really make any sense.
And I've seen some DMs of the developers of the game saying that they didn't change SBMM at all when Season 18 dropped. But it's kind of just hard to take their word on it, especially given in the past, if anyone remembers, Respawn had nerfed the loot in Fragment East, and then they denied ever changing the loot, and then it took them a long time to come out and say like, oh yeah, wait, we actually did nerf the loot in Fragment East.
There's no way that these lobbies are just 100 people queuing for pubs on this server, and it's just all sweats. There's no way, man. There's no way there's this few people, right?
No, that's the thing. Sweats only want to stay sweaty. Like,
yeah, but no way we're only being queued with like the top 100 players in the fight queuing for pubs, man. Pretty much every game. Like, what is this shit, man?
No,
is that like no one playing?
they-
What is this shit? It's actually insane. We have got some like skill-based matchmaking put to the moon. And we're being put with like the top 0.1% of people in this.
Oh, so this probably isn't good. See, Rad 140.
Now, I'm sure that a lot of people can relate to the fact that seeing champions with nothing less than about 10,000 kills, as well as multi-seasonal stacked Pred and Master badges, is pretty scuffed. It is safe to say that, weirdly enough, ranked is somewhat more fun than pubs this season, because it's a slower pace, and you need both a mixture of placement and kills to get some decent LP in the game. However, it is also safe to say that ranked has become less about skill and more about how much time you can actually sink into the game. Because even with kills in the game, it doesn't really do all that much to increase your LP. But there is one thing that was changed that Respawn didn't tell anyone about. No, not even you. They're keeping this from you. And no, it wasn't the secret SBMM update. It wasn't them increasing the price of coins, nor was it them changing the price for recolors in the store. Picture this. Have you ever played a ranked game with your friends? If you have any, got the dub on the game with more kills and more assists than your friends, let's say for the sake of the example, 4 kills and 3 assists more than your friend, just to find out that your friend who's in a lower rank than you, still in silver, is sitting on 2 kills and no assists, but has somehow gotten even more LP than you. This is a quote-unquote strange phenomenon that is happening throughout Apex Ranked at the moment, and it is seriously making a lot of people mad. Are you guys getting a huge disparity in the amount of kills you and your teammates are getting in ranked? Example, my teammate gets skill added to his LP total. Now, I have never gotten that. I have more damage, more kills, never get knocked, and get less. There's been games where we're all 100 plus points apart in points awarded after a game. It seems that the higher skill you are in Apex Ranked, the less LP you get. And no, I'm not talking about the entry cost. I'm almost 100% sure that it also depends on the people that you are playing with. For example, this person got 6 kills in bronze ranked and only walked out the door with 45 LP. Now, of course, this is only just one of the many problems we face with the new rank system this season. I'm not exactly sure if anyone else has noticed, but people are absolutely thirsty for kills this season. Teams push extremely hard, or they just hunt you down halfway across the map to secure the kill, ignoring the many third-party opportunities that are busy happening around them. But we can still agree that playing ranked is actually surprisingly more fun than playing pubs. And the weird thing about it all is, it's not just normal casuals that are having a tough time. Even good players are struggling with the current SBMM system. Even though he is currently Masters, the legend himself, Taxi2G, was hard stuck gold for a week.
Dude, I'm still in the same lobbies. I'm still in the same lobbies. I can't escape.
Now, I know that sounds like complaining because there are a lot of casual players who take a much longer time to get out of gold. But for a player of Taxi2G's skill, a week is a lot for him. But there is one thing about the current rank system that is causing a massive uproar in the community, and it's an exploit that even fake Preds are using. There is no specific name for it, but I guess we can call it a form of ratting in Apex Ranked. And it all revolves around having a lifeline. Basically, the lifeline's teammates will all loot for health heals and heat shields in the game. Her teammates will then purposefully die off, and then she will ring camp for the rest of the game so she can place the highest placement that she can get. Now, usually you would think that the ring damage would be high enough after round 2 to not be able to pop a single syringe, let alone an entire medkit in time before your health expires. But that's not the case here. And stacked with heat shields, the situation only gets worse and worse. There are so many players who have made it into high ranks like Masters and Pred simply by doing this method and not actually playing the game competitively the way that it was meant to be played. They do this over and over again, every single game they get and every single chance they get. It's a rather extremely boring way of playing Apex, but this type of boosting for high ranks is a serious exploit. So I guess we can only look forward to another heap of Master players next season. Well, maybe. The way the rank system is set up right now, just placement and winning the game usually isn't enough. You'd need to get a good mix of kills and placement to get some decent LP. That's if you're playing the game correctly. Now, I know what you're thinking. With Novel, surely they can just increase the ring damage, right? Well, you see, there are so many mixed opinions about that at this moment. Take a look at this. What if they added a multiplier to the ring damage based on how far away you are to the zone when the ring closes, to the point where heat shields break instantly if you're the furthest away, forcing teams to move or be fairly close to being in zone. Now, as good as a suggestion as that is, there is also, I agree, but hear me out. It takes a single click to disable heat shields from ranked. It's not allowed in comp, and ranked is supposed to be competitive. Why not just remove them and maybe help the terrible loot pool by 1%, and all this is fixed in one mouse click for now. Kobe does make a very good point here, and I would like to hear what you guys think about this down in the comment section. It seems that people only need to rat for a little bit longer than they did in the previous season, where placement alone would be enough to get you what you needed in order to thrive and get to Masters, which it still basically is. It's just a lot harder to get LP now. And to say the least, the LP is extremely inconsistent, which just makes it harder to grind ranked in Apex Legends.